Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I gotta say is, who that? Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. Really do appreciate your time. As y'all can see, I'm outside. I'm outside because I just got back home. I was in Jackson, Mississippi for Jackson State University homecoming this past weekend. I mean, when I say I ain't even been home an hour yet, all right? I ain't been home an hour. As soon as I got home, I sat down out here. That's why I ain't got my setup. I just take my laptop, came outside, did my live stream for Bleacher Report. If you haven't checked it out, please do. And now I'm out here doing it once again. The New Orleans Saints lose by a score of 25-19. The New Orleans Saints fall to 1-5. And pretty embarrassing stuff today. The New Orleans Saints continue to shoot themselves in the foot, continue to not be able to capitalize in the red zone, continue to have their so-called high-profile players come up short. And quite frankly, I'm kind of tired of it. Look, Who That Nation. It's been a minute, since I honestly did a live stream. I haven't done a live stream since, I want to say, last month, Monday or something. So I'm kind of fired up, man, trying to do this live stream. I'm fired up because I'm sick and tired of fooling around when it comes to this football team, man. I'm tired of people beating around the bush when it comes to this football team. I'm tired of people acting like what they're seeing is not what's the actual reality when it comes to the football team. And the New Orleans Saints should be absolutely embarrassed. They should be embarrassed at what they actually are putting out there on the football field and calling it competitive football. I think everybody and their mama know that the New Orleans Saints are not a good football team. They're just not. And I'm just tired of us trying to sugarcoat this. And there's so many things that I can talk about when it comes to this game. I can talk about so much, man. I can talk about how the secondary just allowed a bunch of no disrespect to Keyshawn Butte. I understand he's a former LSU Tiger, but in the NFL circles, he's a Jag. All right. Douglas is a Jag. I mean, just a bunch of guys that just, you need Wikipedia to even know who they are for the most part. And they went out there and just basically just destroyed the Saints. I mean, Drake May had a perfect passer rating in the first half. I mean, he was able to do whatever he wanted. And we're sitting up here watching this team and hoping that this team is competitive enough to be able to go and compete with some of the best teams or up-and-coming teams in the National Football League. And we just lying to ourselves. Like we're lying to ourselves if we really honestly believe that this team has a snowball chance in hell of doing anything other than losing every single week. And this is one of the main reasons why last week, when everybody was talking about me and going at me and saying, oh man, I'm just Debbie Downer, I'm just negative Nancy, when I wasn't just jumping off the roof when the New Orleans Saints beat the Giants. And then I also wanted to read the pulse of the Who That Nation on a Thursday night when the Giants took on the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tweeted, I said, I'm glad that Eagles team that played that Giants team that played the Eagles didn't show up in the Superdome. Nah, man, we just better than a lot of people thought we was. No, you're not. No, you're not, folks. Yeah, I don't understand how y'all just continue to fall for the banana in the tailpipe when it comes to the football team. They have constructed a team together. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. The New Orleans Saints have constructed a team together that is competitive enough to keep you engaged, but they're not going to win anything. Like to kind of keep people coming to the Superdome, hoping and praying that the Saints end up winning something. But in reality, they ain't winning jack. And it's about time that we all just come to grips with this. The New Orleans Saints just need a complete overhaul. And being a 1-5 football team, I think that this is the right time to do it. I mean, we'll get into the stats and all that other stuff in a few minutes, but it's just some things that need to be said. All these like Chris Olave supporters out here still thinking that he a number one receiver. Where you at today? Where you at today? Oh, well, TJ, he had 6 receptions for 98 yards. He was 2 yards short of 100 yards. On the first play from scrimmage, he caught a 57-yard reception. I'm going to say that again. On the first play from scrimmage, he caught a 57-yard pass. So the majority of his yards came on the first play. Chris Olave is not, I repeat, is not a number one receiver. I said that for the very first time. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. I am going to pull it up. Yes, I am going to be this guy today. I am going to be this guy today. I'm pulling it up. I am pulling it up so everybody can see what's going on here. I've said this from the beginning. I said this from the absolute beginning that this dude was not a number one receiver. Take a look at it right here. I said it on January 8, 2023. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said this. 2 years ago, I've been telling y'all this. I told y'all this dude not a number one receiver. And yet y'all still want to sit up here and try to debate me. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Let me brag on myself. Bruh, God has given me great ability to be able to expound on football. Not just about the Saints, but just the entire NFL as a whole. Anybody that just thinks that I have to stoop so low to be able to troll in order for me to gain any type of credibility does not know me. You don't know me. I've been telling y'all this for a hot minute. I ain't got to sit up here and lie to kick it. I told y'all this dude wasn't a number one receiver. And y'all still sitting up here because he plays for the Saints and in your feelings. Y'all being all Carl Thomas about it. You're getting emotional about it because I'm talking about your football team. Guess what? I grew up a Saints fan just like you. And just because I can call a spade, don't mean that I ain't just as big of a Saints fan as you. This is the reality. Dude is not a number one receiver. Number one receivers come down with their touchdown and on the right side of the end zone. Number one receivers catch that ball on second down and move those chains when a game is on the freaking line. That's what number one receivers do. Not somebody that occasionally catch the ball, might go over 100 yards every loony eclipse. No, I'm talking about a true number one that everybody in the building knows that he is going to get the football. And guess what? He still comes down with the football and it don't matter. And some of y'all Rattler haters out there, man, he still ain't doing enough. He still ain't doing enough. Man, Spencer Rattler, man, I don't know why people get all crazy about him. Man, who thriving? Who thriving with this wide receiver room? Who thriving with this wide receiver room? Come on, folks. Who thriving with this wide receiver room? These boys get no yak, okay? It's them boys at the club at 2 o'clock in the morning. No yak. The bar closed. No yards after the catch. And y'all still sitting up here talking about Spencer Rattler. What are he supposed to do with that? Man, they not getting no red zone conversions. Bruh, who he throwing it to? Who he throwing it to? 50-50 ball, who coming down with it? Who coming down with it? What are we doing, man? Like, seriously, man, some of y'all just sitting up here, man, just want to act like, man, just be contrarians about it. Keep it 100. Who coming down with the football? Who coming down with it? But this man sitting up here talking about, man, Rattler this. Man, Lonnie, man, shut up, dog. Like, for real. Like, I ain't not on it, man, but shut up, dog. If you thinking that if you think Spencer Rattler can't play, bro, you don't know football. And I guarantee you couldn't throw a party for your own kids, dude. Anybody that's sitting up here talking about, man, Spencer Rattler can't throw, Spencer Rattler not a good quarterback, bro, miss me with that stuff right there. Y'all don't know football. You're straight up messed up in the head because all you seen with Drew Brees your entire life. That's all y'all know. All these little Saints babies out here. That's all y'all know is Drew Brees. Y'all comparing this dude to Drew Brees. Dude is a solid quarterback. Solid quarterbacks need player makers around them. Elite quarterbacks, they don't need as much. That's the difference. Miss me with that nonsense, man. I ain't about to let y'all sit up here and go at Rattler like this. Because y'all up here talking about this dude like he elite quarterback. He is not an elite quarterback, but he's solid enough if you put pieces around him, guys that can get the 50-50 ball, guys that can get yards after the catch. I guarantee you, this dude would not be sitting here with 6 touchdowns, 1 interception in 6 games of the season. But some of y'all don't want to talk football. Some of y'all just want to sit up here and go look at Patrick Mahomes, throw the ball to Taquan Thornton, and oh man, look what Patrick Mahomes doing it out here. That because Patrick Mahomes is an elite receiver. You fools. You idiots. Like seriously. Like y'all don't know how to look at the quarterback position. Y'all do not. You got some quarterbacks that can thrive in certain situations. They can thrive no matter what situation you put them in. That's the reason why Drew Brees was so special. Robert Meacham was the down the field threat. So was Devery Henderson. Throw that thing down there. He had a whole play design set up for them. He can see the field. So he can thrive in those type of situations. But just because he doesn't play the quarterback position like that doesn't mean that the dude can't play. Like I'm like, miss me with that, bro. Like, miss me with that. Like, I'm serious. I ain't here to sugarcoat with nobody. I don't care, man. Unsubscribe to me. But if y'all want to sit up here and lie to kick it, that ain't happening. I'm calling you out. If you sitting up here talking about Spencer Rattler can't play football, you don't know football. And I guarantee you, if I open up these phone lines right now, let's see who know more football, me or you. Let's see who knows more football, me or you. I ain't sugarcoating no more, bro. Y'all see this man out here. What was he, 20 or 26? This man was 20 or 26. And y'all still sitting up here talking about, oh, man, this man can't play no football. Because you're comparing him to the greatest quarterback to ever play for the New Orleans Saints. That's all y'all know. I guarantee you. Put your ages in the chat. Put your ages in the chat. Put them out there. Put your ages in the chat. I guarantee you, 27, 28, 27, 26. Don't know nothing. Still smelling Infamil on you. Similac on your bread. And y'all want to sit up here and talk about some football. There's different ways that you can approach the quarterback position. But when you always looking at Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes and looking at them and talking about what they doing, and you looking at Spencer Rattler comparing them to that, but of course he ain't going to measure up. Like, give me a freaking break on this, bro. Who is the 50-50 ball getter for the Saints? Who is the yak getter for the New Orleans Saints? Dudes get the ball, have a chance to make somebody miss, they tripping on the ground. They got 2 banana peels on their feet. And we sitting up here talking about this man can't get it done. Let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about the defense, bro. Let's talk about the defense, how these boys just, man, I call it the Red Sea defense. Okay, just go on, walk on through it. Like we might well just get 14-0 off the bat. Like, let's just get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and get 14-0 out of the way. Let's go ahead and let these teams get their back-to-back touchdowns, and let's start playing some football then. Can't stop nobody. Can't stop a nosebleed. Can't stop a cab in New York City. Like, it's just sad, man. No pressure on Drake May. This man had a perfect passer rating in the first half. A perfect passer rating. And Brandon Staley, boy, he needs to get it together. He needs to get lost. This man called a bump and run on a 3rd and 31. After he's seen the play before, Stephon Diggs, he caught a 50-yard pass. Now, it didn't count. Luckily, it didn't count. But fool called a bump and run. For those that don't know what that is, that man coverage. Why are you calling man coverage on a 3rd and 31? Why are you not playing back? Why are you not playing the middle of the field? When everybody saw that Stephon Diggs had a 50-yard reception that didn't count. This man constantly calling just ridiculous defensive plays. And his secondary, like I said, got exposed. They got exposed. They got exposed for the young, inexperienced guys that they are. And then, they was able to kind of adjust in the second half. But Drake May was continue to convert on third downs. Just continue to convert on third downs. And then another thing, Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel has inherited a New England Patriots team that is going through a rebuild in their own right. This man out there going for it on 4th and 7 in his own territory. 4th and 7 in his own territory. Understanding if they do not convert. And then here's another thing. We also need to ask this question. Why did Mike Vrabel go for a 4th and 7 in his own territory? Why did he do it? Because he don't respect the New Orleans Saints offense. He don't respect it. And my question is, why would you? Why should you respect their offense? Why should you? They can't score in the red zone. They nickel and dime it down the field. And basically they knew, okay, if we go ahead and get this touchdown before halftime, they ain't going to be able to come back. And sure enough, the New Orleans Saints couldn't do it. Got down to the red zone on 4 different occasions, settled for field goal with Blake Grupe. Well, at least Blake Grupe, he absolved his issues. He was dealing with the yips. Well, let me tell you something. When teams are scoring touchdowns, you cannot match that with field goals. Once again, I can care less about Blake Grupe going 4 for 4. I don't care. What is it? What is Blake Grupe going for 4 for 4 if the Saints lose 25-19? Makes absolutely no sense to me. Like I said, they don't respect it. They didn't respect the Saints offense. That's the reason why they was aggressively going for it on 4th down. Well, at least somebody understands that, hey, I'm going through a rebuild and I need to instill some confidence in my team because Kellen Moore is conservative and he coach scared. Let's have a conversation about Kellen Moore coaching scared. I'm tired of these passive aggressive coaches that the New Orleans Saints hire. Dennis Allen, passive aggressive. And unfortunately, Kellen Moore, passive aggressive. Like, you're 1-4 at this point, bro. You ain't going nowhere. Let me see something. As of right now, as I speak, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are beating the San Francisco 49ers 20-13 in the second quarter. They about to run away with this division pretty much. Yeah, Carolina won today, but who the freak cares? They ain't going nowhere. Atlanta, give me a freaking break. Tampa Bay is going to win this division. You ain't winning the division. You're going to be picking in the top 3, so you might as well just go out here and be aggressive. Go for it. But instead, we out here, we keeping timeouts in our back pocket in the first half. Oh, Spencer Rattler got sacked. Let's go into the half. I'm scared. Bruh, be aggressive, man. Push that ball down the field. What do you have to lose at this point? What do you have to lose at this point? You already lost every game except for one. What do you have to lose? Bro, you get no brownie points. Like, at this point, like, Saints fans, come on, man. Where my people in the chat at? Who's still looking at moral victories in 2025? Who right now, like, be honest. After the game, who went on Tankathon and seen where the Saints was picking at? Who went on the internet and started looking at the mock draft? Who did it? Nobody, like, for real. Nobody is thinking that the Saints, if the Saints win any game going forward, it's like, man, they won. Okay, woo. Man, at least they got the win. That's what we on. Nobody checking for no New Orleans Saints in no 2025. I mean that respectfully. As a lifelong Saints fan, I'd rather them go out there and make it fun, make it interesting. Like, throw the ball down the field. Can somebody go over 150 yards? Can we get some trick plays? Can somebody get double-digit sacks? Can a young player step up? That's what I'm looking at. I can care less about conservative play calling when you're a 1-5 football team? What are we doing, Who That Nation? What are we doing? So what do we learn today? Like, seriously, what did we learn about this football team? But that we didn't know 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. That they got fight, that they got moxie and grit, that they got young players on the team that flash every now and then. But yet we're learning basically the same thing about these young players, and I feel like we're learning more about Kellen Moore. A conservative play caller, decent play caller. I'm gonna give him that. He kept the Saints ahead of the chains. Third downs was mostly manageable, for the exception of maybe a holding penalty or something like that. But at the end of the day, like, what are we doing, man? So wasting everybody's time. Maybe open up the phone line, man. I want to hear from y'all, man. I'm done talking. I'm done talking, man. But we ain't about to, like, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. I can't take no Spencer Rattler slander today. I'm serious. Like, you better come with some, you better come with some evidence and some proof today. If you're gonna be sitting up here like talking about this dude, because I didn't see this energy last week. When I was talking last week, I ain't see this. I ain't see nobody, man. I still don't believe, man. Spencer Rattler, the guy. I ain't see that, bro. I ain't, nah, bro. I ain't see none of that last week. So don't be hiding. Last week, when the man played decent, and you know what I'm saying, they won a football game, and all of a sudden you want to show, man, TJ, I've been ahead of the curve since week 1 when I said, nah, bro. Come, like, I will not take. I'm serious. Y'all gonna see something today. I will not take no Spencer Rattler slander today. And I can care less if somebody unsubscribed to me after that, because ain't no way nobody gonna tell me the way that this dude played. This dude put the ball in position for the Saints to continue to sustain drives. And these wide receivers and tight ends let this man down. I will not take it. I'm serious. You better come through with some concrete proof, evidence, or something. Come through with it. You better talk about something else. I'm serious. King Arthur, how you doing, man?
War was down, homie.
Man, nothing much, man. How you been?
I'm coolin', bro. I had a little accident a couple of weeks ago. Some tile
Oh
fell
man.
on my ankle, but
Oh
don't
man.
nothing hurt.
Oh,
Don't
man.
nothing hurt like looking at this chat,
Oh,
listening to these people act crazy, like they ain't never heard or seen nobody play football a day in their life.
man, I'm done with
Can
them,
I?
bro. They better, like, I'm serious, King Arthur, bro. They better come on here. They better come through with some proof, because I'm telling you right now, like, you sound like they sound crazy talking about this dude like this. Like, seriously, like, how you watch this game today and sit up here and still come away with Spencer Rattler the problem? Like, come on, man.
Right. Can I address your chat real quick, TJ?
Yeah, go
'Cause
ahead, man.
some of these people got to come to the front of the congregation. You heard me? Like, and you called out a couple of them, Lonnie and I think I seen Who That Records or something like that. And if I got the wrong person, my bad. But it's some of y'all in this chat. Y'all need to go put the keyboard down and go sit down and really watch some football, because a lot of y'all don't know what real playmaking is. Y'all don't know who's helping who. Spencer Rattler been consistent all season. I'm not trying to hear nothing about no Spencer Rattler. You get that boy some playmakers. He making, and look at what he doing. He got you in every game this season. If he had some playmakers, some people who could hold the ball, no silly penalties, shooting yourself in the foot, a lot of these games will be wins. TJ,
Man, they ain't got
I'm
no playmakers, bro. None. They ain't got no playmakers on this team. None. I'm serious. Like, none. Like, bro, how can you watch these dudes every single week and still come away with, man, Spencer Rattler ain't the answer? Who in this room? Like, I'm serious. I'm not even trying to joke around. Who in this wide receiver room can you say, man, if Spencer Rattler throw it to blank, man, we will win consistently? Who is it?
right.
That's all I want to know.
They're not gonna be able to tell you, but
No,
they'll be quick. They can't tell you, but they're quick. They're quick to say Spencer Rattler ain't it.
yeah,
Spencer
because,
Rattler trash.
bro, one thing I can't stand, Ken, I'm gonna tell you, big dog. One thing I can't stand is when people become cyborgs and they just basically just repeat what they hear. The narrative is that Spencer Rattler isn't that good. That's the narrative. That was the narrative coming into the season, and that's the narrative people running with this season. They're not even watching the games. They just looking at Saints lose, it's Spencer Rattler fault. Are you watching the games? That's all I want to know. Are you watching the games? And also, how are you watching the games? Are you looking at him through a Drew Brees lens? Are you looking at him through a Patrick Mahomes lens? Because if that's the case, then I agree with you. He's not going to measure up because those are franchise elite, franchise-changing quarterbacks that we're talking about here. But you don't need that type of quarterback on this team. You just need some playmakers around him. He's playing well enough. Bruh, he's playing well enough. If you was to get the ball into, let's just say, for example, Michael Thomas was still on this team. Michael Thomas on the crosser, right? He throws the ball to Michael Thomas on a crosser. Michael Thomas going to stiff arm somebody, break about 2 tackles, turn a 5-yard gain into about a 14, 15, or even a 20-yard gain. Because he can get yards after the catch. Right. That's what people don't understand. Like, if your wide receivers aren't getting any separation, my guy, how in God's name is he going to be able to throw the ball out there and he can't run it for him? They got to be able to catch the ball in stride, come down with the football in tough adverse situations. Now, how can people see that is what my question, my guy.
Here's the thing. We had a conversation a while back about how people, one, they're prisoners of the moment. 2, they got recency bias. 3, they don't look into what's actually going on. They just go with the narrative is. Sheep mentality. Man, that's what we call it. Sheep mentality.
Thanks.
So if you really take a look at the game, if you're using a Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees barometer to measure Spencer Rattler up against, it ain't too many quarterbacks that's gonna meet that. It ain't too many quarterbacks that's gonna look quote unquote decent if you're using that type of barometer to measure what they're doing. You heard me? Man, you can't take this dude for what he is. Dude, in my estimation, TJ, he can make a couple of plays or two. The dude is not, he's a poor man's Baker Mayfield in terms of being a gamer. Yep. If you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I got it. Because he's not scared to go run and get no first down. That boy diving head first off that porch, you heard me? Yep. He's not scary.
He get like that's the thing. Spencer Rattler is not the most unlimited quarterback that you ever going to see, but every ounce of quarterback talent that God has given him, he uses every single week to try to do his best to help this team win. This team has got to put players around him. He has, like, you can build a team. Like, you can build a team around this dude, but you need, like, it has to be almost like a Brock Purdy situation where you got Christian McCaffrey who can get yards after that catch. George Kittle, many years, like with Deebo Samuel, like he can get yards after. You got to get like players like that around him, and also, you know, you got to be able to run the football too. Like you got to be able to put things around him. Like, and that's not a knock. Like people like, man, well, you need everything. Yes, because that's what type of quarterback he is. Like people want a franchise like changing, altering type quarterback, and that's just not what the Saints got. And even with that, like it's gonna take some years for that to happen. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
It's like you said, it's a full-scale rebuild, bro. And a game manager can win you games.
Thank you.
He don't turn the ball over. Let's see which one of these goofy dudes in the chat said that he do. He don't turn the ball over. He don't put you in 3rd and longs by just taking unnecessary sacks. You hear me? He don't do that type of stuff. But what he does need is for Jawan Johnson not to fumble the ball.
Thank you.
When I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting the ball to you. The balls are accurate. I'm getting the ball to you, and for whatever reason you decide to dive into the defender and leave your feet. Anybody who ever played football, you already know, TJ, that is a quick way for somebody to peanut punch you.
Yep.
That is a quick way for that to happen to you. So you dove head first into a defender for no reason instead of just laying down. I will say this about Chris Olave. When he do catch the ball, that boy know how to get down.
Yep. Oh yeah.
that boy know how to get down, but
Even when
you
he don't
can win
have to, he
games
gonna get down.
with.
And nobody around him, he gonna get down. But man,
I still think he hearing footsteps, bro. I
oh
think it's
yeah,
in the back of his mind.
man, absolutely, man.
Cause dude is uber
Hey,
talented, but
bro,
he's uber talented. But I think he in his own head.
oh, man, you can tell. Like I said that before, like a couple weeks ago. Like, man, I don't know if they were playing San Francisco or playing some other team, but it was like nobody was around him, man, and he just fell to the ground like automatically. I was like, yeah, man, that like those concussions kind of getting to him, and that, like I said, it's not a knock on him, you know. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, somebody telling you what happened at the game, man, that's scary, bro. But I don't know, man. But you also have to come down with the catch, man, when you have those opportunities. And man, I don't know, man. Chris Olave just not doing it for me. And the more I look at it, the more I just feel like, man, maybe the Saints need to go in a different direction if they're trying to look for a guy to be that franchise-altering number one wide receiver, because he ain't it, bro. Like he ain't it. Like he ain't it right now. Like he leaves a lot to be desired right now. You got anything else,
Yeah,
man?
real quick, as a number one, he may leave a lot to be desired. But the commentators was talking about how him and Spencer Rattler was meeting a whole lot, like outside of games and stuff like that to get their
Right,
timing and stuff right.
right.
And during the game, the commentator picked up Chris Olave telling Spencer Rattler, "This is all day." Like the dude that he was cooking out there, he was
Right.
like, "Bro, this is all day." And let's be real, TJ, it was. Chris Olave just didn't come down with a couple of passes, but he was cooking that dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he may not be a number one, bro, but the dude is a damn good number two. I can say that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, he Devontae Smith, he Jordan Addison, like he's that guy. Like if your number one is down, can step up and be able to like provide like something, but he's not that consistent 100-yard getter. Like he's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is Brandon Cooks. Like that's what Brandon Cooks has been his entire career. Brandon Cooks has been a really solid receiver. Had some game where he went over 100 yards, but nobody will ever like say, man, Brandon Cooks was a number one receiver. Like nobody will ever say that. Like based like by pecking order, but as far as like, okay, are you gonna name Brandon Cooks as a top 10 receiver even when he was in his prime? No, that's what Chris Olave is. And I just want people to understand that is not a knock when you say that. Everybody is not gonna be elite. Like everybody's not
Right.
gonna be elite. Like I look at
Yeah.
like
Go
for
ahead.
example, Juwan Jennings for the 49ers, Ken Arthur. Like, yeah, he gonna give you some plays. He not elite. But you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have some game where he's gonna score 2 touchdowns, he's gonna go 100 yards. Like that's just what he is, who he is at this point. But like count on him, like, oh man, everybody in the building knows Chris Olave about to go for $150 and 3 tutties. No, bro. No, ain't happening.
I completely agree with you. And unfortunately, Chris Olave might be suffering from what I call Anthony Davis syndrome.
Mm.
A number one talent, but not a number one mentality.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm gonna just give a shout out to the O line because over the past few weeks, let's be real, bro. Them boys been holding up. Them boys been
Yep.
doing their thing. We
Yep.
didn't hear Cesar Ruiz's name today,
Nope.
so, but
Nope.
other than that, bro, I don't want to hear nothing about no Spencer Rattler, bro. That boy can play. That boy can ball. You put the right stuff around him, just like they did with Dak Prescott when he took over for Tony Romo. Put the right stuff around him. Give him a decent defense. Give him some playmakers on offense. That boy can go win you some games. Period, point blank.
Yep.
But that's all I got for you, TJ. I
Man.
just had to address the chat, bro, because they're getting on my nerve.
Yeah, bro. Look, I already said today, man. Y'all gonna see a different side of your boy, man. I ain't about to take I ain't taking no Spencer Rattler slander today, man. And that I can't do it, man. But I appreciate it, King Arthur, man. Thanks for chiming in. I'm glad everything worked out with you and stuff like that as far as your injury, man. I'm glad that you're okay, man. And call back anytime, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Congrats to you on closing in on 13K subscribers, dog.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. I almost lost my Twitter page, man. They hack your boy. You ain't see that? Yeah, man, they
No,
hacked
I
me,
thought you
man.
got. I thought they were about to cancel you, boy.
Nah, man. I'm like, shoot, man. I'm like, man, they're about to cat. They're about to hack you. They need to hack your boy, man. But I was able to get it back, man. But I appreciate it, Keno.
All
All
right,
right,
big
take
homie.
your time, man. All right, yeah. Yeah, man. Shouts out to King Arthur. Yeah, man. For those that didn't know, so man, shouts out to Jono. So I'm at the Jackson State football game. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Jordan. So I was at the Jackson State football game. I get a text message from my guy Jono. He's like, "Man, you've been hacked." So I was like, "Man, what's going on?" So I go to my Twitter page, and they got a picture of a G wagon up there. Talk about, I thank God that I got this G wagon, and I'm glad that I invested in cryptocurrency. I'm like, I ain't got no G wagon or no crypto. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, locked me out my account. Ended up trying to change the email. I had to get in touch with Twitter in order for me to get my page back, man. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, number one, look, your boy broke. I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I'm let that be known right now, okay? And we ain't got no G wagon money over here, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like we still riding the GMC. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no G wagon. You feel me? But look, I was just glad, and shouts out once again to Jono for letting me know about it, man. Could have been a whole lot worse if I didn't nip that in the bud. It was kind of tough, man, because I was trying to handle that type of business, and reception was bad at the stadium. But hey, man, got my page back. My JSU Tigers pulled off the victory, man, in thrilling fashion over the weekend. At least somebody that I love won. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least somebody that I love won. But yeah, man. But yeah, close to 13,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate everybody for being here, man. All those that subscribe to the channel. But speaking of which, I do have to mention the fine folks at MyBookie. All right, MyBookie. You can download the MyBookie app, and look, man, I've used it before. For different games that I like to bet on. Like if I felt like maybe, for example, looking at the Buffalo Bills game, right? Against the Atlanta Falcons on Monday night. Now ain't nobody checking for no Falcons to win no football game against no Bills. All right. We know that the Bills are a heavy favorite. No, not a heavy favorite, but they are a favorite in that game. And plays the bet on the Buffalo Bills. And I use the app. And there's also, for those that are big spenders out there, you can get a $500 buy-in option. All right. For example, if you bet up to $500, you use that buy-in option, you can get your $500 back. No harm, no foul, right? You can bet free, and you don't have to worry about your wife kicking you out the room and sleeping on the couch. Right? So download the MyBookie app, and you can use the promo code Saints. All right, use the promo code Saints. Take advantage of that deal. All right, but let's go ahead and go to Jordan. Jordan, how you doing, man?
How you doing, TJ?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. What you got for us, Jay?
Well, first of all, I like to say something for me. I know y'all. I know you getting to every caller, but say something for me.
Hey, man, look, man, the floor is open, man. Look, you can say whatever you want. You can repeat. You know what I'm saying? You can add a little on. I'm pretty sure everybody's on the same page anyway, Jay.
So the only thing I say about the Saints game today, Chris Olave, he's not a number one receiver.
No sir.
I counted 3 drop passes. And let's be honest, if the refs wasn't so bad, he fumbled that ball.
Hmm.
That was a completed catch, and that was a fumble.
Hmm.
So all of this that getting him the ball, he a number one, all that's out the window.
Right.
Because he don't make plays in big moments. Jawan Johnson, I am so tired of the Saints turning a receiver into a tight end into a running back, a quarterback into a receiver. I'm just so tired of it with the Saints with that.
Hmm.
He doesn't make big plays. He disappears, and the IQ is just not there.
Hmm.
It's just not there. Now, I want to move away from the game today, and I want to talk about your boy Mickey Loomis.
Ah. Ah.
Now, now, why are we losing this game, TJ? All I could hear in my mind was we gotta look past the results. You remember when your boy said that?
Of course. Of course.
It's so hard to look at this team right now, and I know this go piss a lot of people off, but this is why I like picks like when we got Tyler Shook felt so bad because instead of us getting a tight end, getting a receiver, getting somebody that could help us start off this rebuild. We got a quarterback that's sitting on the bench. We got another quarterback that's playing good football, but don't have the weapons, and we in no man's land.
Facts.
Because TJ, we 1 week away from trading away Chris Olave. They say Alvin Kamara not going nowhere, but I can't believe that right now. We we weeks away from trading away anybody that's left on our offense. Even if you do want to go to Tyler Shook, what he go play with?
Nothing. Nothing, man. That's the whole point. That he's not going to play with anything at all. And this is what these fools don't realize. Like Lazy Dave here with this lazy ass tape. Rattler is not a dog with no touchdowns. I think everybody's seen that potential touchdown pass that he should have threw to Chris Olave that slipped through his hands. I'm pretty sure that we seen him, throw a 14-yard pass to Juwan Johnson that would have kept a drive alive that possibly could have ended up in a score, and it got fumbled. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that second down pass that went through the hands of Chris Olave. Like, these lazy, pathetic takes, people hiding behind fake profiles. Not everybody, man. Look, everybody ain't got to show your face. But look, if you're gonna come through with some lazy nonsense like this, man, put a face on it. That's all I gotta say, man. But there's another clown that don't know much about no football, man. Yeah, go ahead, Joy. Continue, man. Continue.
Yeah, so we 2 years behind in a rebuild. We didn't get that number 40th pick. Could have been a receiver, could have been a tight end, could have been something, but we don't do that. I said this on your show a couple of weeks ago. Staley, he's gonna have to go.
Mm-hmm.
I get that he makes second half adjustments, but this 3-4 defense, this they don't play with no aggression. The cornerbacks don't put no hands on receivers or tight end. I'm watching the game, TJ. I'm like, okay, they going to this player, they going to this player, and every time it works because they not aggressive. Kool-Aid McKinstry, he had a great week last week. Now the Giants don't have no receivers at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna have to go. He look, he can't hold nobody. Butte, it don't matter what your name is. It could be Michael from they call a dude out the stands. He gonna catch that pass. I'm telling you right now, he gonna catch it. Now I'm not gonna do too much to the rookies because on those deep passes, those are obviously rookie mistakes. Overplaying to one side of the field. You had Riley overplay to one side, and then you had Sanker come back and overplay to the other side. So I'm not gonna be too bad on them, but at the end of the day, you might as well go ahead and spot the team 14 points. You
Right.
might as well spot them. You might as well spot their third receiver 100 yards. You just go ahead and spot it, and then get the game started. And then to all these people that saying Spencer Rattler didn't score a touchdown, yes, he did. Just because we let the Hill running in from the 1 yard line, that still counts as a touchdown. Chris Olave dropping the pass in the end zone. He dropping jump balls. Nobody around him. He hearing Casper the Friendly Ghost. I mean, like, he's just not a number one.
Hmm. Man,
Like you said, TJ,
he
the
not.
first pass was 57 yards. This should have been Chris Olave coming out party. You said it weeks ago. You can't point to the game that Chris Olave, you turn around and say, man, he was the guy. He should have had 150, 160 yards today.
And a
Easy.
touchdown. And a touchdown. Oh, and a touchdown. I mean, like, man, I'm tired of like, honestly, Jordan, I'm tired of having this conversation with these people, man, because I just think that at this point, people just want to hear themselves talk, and they just like want to just go against the grain. They just want to make it like I don't know what they think, but all I know is this: I never wake up in the morning, Jordan, and be like, man, let me see how I control Saints fans today. Everything that I say, my guy, I base my opinion on what I actually see, and I said this since 2023. 2023, dude, that this dude wasn't the number one receiver. I've been saying this, and I'm going to continue to say it because he's not. Like, he's a very talented receiver. he'll go over 100 yards. And there'll be some games where people will come up in here and be like, man, what you said about Chris Olave? I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to continue to say the same thing because I didn't say he was trash. I said that he wasn't the number one receiver. And just because you're not a number one receiver don't mean that you can't go over 100 yards in a game. But at the end of the day, I agree with you when it comes to Mickey Loomis. He's the reason why we're having these conversations because he didn't want to come to grips with it. It's one of the main reasons why we talk about like these trades and stuff like that, Jay. Why are you asking Alvin Kamara how he feels about the situation? Do you think Howie Roseman goes to any player for the Philadelphia Eagles when he's about to trade him and say, how do you feel about me trading you? No, he doesn't. You know why? Because he understands that football is a business, and the Saints try to run this thing like it's a family business. You can love people. I said this on the Bleacher Report post game. You can love people all day. You don't think the Irsay family didn't love Peyton Manning? You don't think Bill Walsh and crew didn't love Joe Montana? You don't think Robert Kraft loved Tom Brady? But guess what? Those guys end up going to another team. Why? Because they understood that they needed to invest in the future. And teams like the New Orleans Saints, that's why they get left behind. Because they sitting around here with Asian players just because they nice and friendly and they show up to schools and give backpacks away. Like, that's cool and all. But what are you doing on the field? How is that helping me to be able to continue to have success with my franchise? And that's the problem, bro. So, yeah, he is the biggest issue. He is the biggest issue of what's going on with this team. And it's the reason why this team is about as soft as cottonelle tissue every single week with these passive-aggressive coaches that's afraid to take a risk. We've seen it with Dennis Allen, and now we're seeing it once again with Kellen Moore. The more things change, the more they stay the same. But until this dude get up out of here or change the way that he actually does business, then the New Orleans Saints will continue to be in this downward spiral. We're going to continue to have these type of shows, bro, where we keep on talking about the same old thing. Trying to put a square peg into a round hole, trying to make Jawan Johnson a leading tight end in the NFL, trying to make Chris Olave a number one receiver, and still trying to make Alvin Kamara trying to turn him into Earl Campbell when that is not his wheelhouse. But it is what it is, man. Jordan, you got anything else, man?
Yeah, so TJ, I think that we ought to just let Spencer just finish out the season and come back next year and allow him and Tyler Shook to compete it out again. But what do you think the Saints should do going forward?
Man, I think they need to start looking at some guys to trade. I'm serious. Like, if you're not paying Chris Olave, see what a team will give you for him. Like, you know, I know people may not want to hear it. It may not be popular opinion, but Carl Granderson, like, see what you can actually get for him. Like, you got to be able to, you got to invest in the future, man. Like, if these guys aren't true cornerstone players, like impact players, like guys that everybody know they can get, like they can get these sacks, they can get interceptions, they can get touchdowns, they can get 150 yards. Like, you need to figure this thing out, because once again, bro, you're not going to the playoffs, you're not winning the division, and more than likely you're gonna be picking in the top 3 anyway. So you about to get a really talented player if you playing your cards right in this draft. So add some more draft capital to it by getting rid of guys like Olave, maybe seeing what you can get for a Carl Granderson. Like, seriously. And look, as much as I respect Alvin Kamara, I mean, I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna go nowhere now, but that's not my mind frame. I would be looking at what I can actually get for him. But you have to run this thing like a business. It's rather you just rather want to keep everybody happy in house, or you gonna try to win some football games for the future. And right now, it just seems like the New Orleans Saints just trying to keep what they have in house happy. And these guys, they're good players. Like, they're good, solid players. They've been bold soldiers for a long time, bro. But they're not getting it done. So you got to figure out how you can get younger and get more explosive players in this modern day NFL, where guys are way more athletic, and you're trying to rely on a 36, 37-year-old linebacker, like unfairly, by the way, to go out there and turn back the clock and play like he's 25, and that's just not the case, man. But Jordan, I got to go ahead and go, man. But I appreciate the call, and call back anytime, man.
All right, TJ, appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. Look, I got nothing but respect for him. But look, I look at football as a business. That's the way I look at it. I look at football as a business. Like, people want to come at me and say stuff like, man, I like Alvin. Man, you tripping getting rid of Alvin. Look, bro. Alvin Kamara is a really great player. Really great player. But at the same time, it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day. And the Saints want to treat this thing like it ain't. And that's the reason why we out here looking like this. 1-5. Looking like slow. Having the same conversation. Man, I mean, I know we didn't get the result that we wanted, but I'm proud of my team. I'm proud to say who that. I wear my fleur-de-lis on my head, on my hoodie, on my arm with pride. Like, bruh. Man, we 6 weeks into the season. We still talking about moral victories. We still talking about moral victories after 6 weeks. And some of y'all okay with that. Y'all okay with moral victories. And as long as my favorite player still here and it matched my jersey, I'm good. I'm good because it matched my jersey. I'm good because I ran into Alvin Kamara and Rouse's. He needs to stay on the team forever. Like, come on, man. It's a business at the end of the day. I have nothing but respect for all these guys. Like, that's just the truth. But it's a business. All right, we're gonna go to Mike. Mike, how you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
Man, nothing much, man. What you got for us?
All right, so a lot of things went into this game, bro. Look, you can say it's Rattler's fault all you want. Like, you can say that all you want. But Rattler's not out there giving up 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Right.
So, like, you can say it's Rattler's fault all you want. But Rattler's not out there playing defense. Rattler's not out there trying to catch the football. Rattler's out there fighting for his life. Rattler's out there trying to make the plays. Rattler's out there trying to run the ball. Doing something that he shouldn't have to do. Rattler shouldn't have to be putting the team on his back like he is. Rattler shouldn't have to throw a pass to Chris Olave hoping that he catches the ball. Rattler shouldn't have to do that. He should be like, okay, if I throw the ball, he's going to catch it. Or Rattler shouldn't have to go to the sideline being like, oh, bro, we didn't score there, so we're going to be playing by behind because our defense is not going to get a stop. He shouldn't have to think that. So like, you can say it's Rattler's fault all you want. You can say it's Rattler's fault till the end of time. But that's not going to change the fact that the Patriots had the ball 4 times. I repeat, the Patriots had the ball 4 times in the first half. And you gave up 3 touchdowns in 4 tries. And to be honest, the other one probably would have ended up in a touchdown if the Patriots didn't snap the ball wrong. So I'm not trying to hear it's Rattler's fault today. Like, is Rattler a perfect quarterback? Heck no. But you're not going to sit up here and act like he's the worst quarterback of all time. Like, you're not going to sit here and act like we would be better if Tyler Shuck was in the game. Like, that's not what we're about to do right now.
That's what they do, Mike. That's what they do. The player that don't play always the best player on the team. All right. I mean, and who that records? I put the link inside the chat, bro. So no need to hide in the chat. I've given you like several opportunities to call in, but it always seemed like you hide in the chat. So if you real about what you have to say, you can all actually call in. All right. Don't hide in the chat, bro. And try to, you know what I'm saying, to try to disrespect my name now. Okay? Say it with your whole chest. Don't say it in the chat. Go ahead, Mike. Finish up, man.
Well, yeah, it's like, and Rattler's now out there fumbling the ball like Mr. Juwan Johnson. Like, I'm still on the opinion that I do feel like he was down. I don't think the ball was coming down when he was up. But even that point, Juwan Johnson should have made sure that there was no need to review it. So, like, bro, you got to keep the bro. We did not throw the ball to Juwan Johnson the whole game. Right. And the one time we do, the one time Rattler's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this man a chance. He goes ahead and fumbles the ball. Are you serious, Juwan? Juwan Johnson, Mr. Johnson, number 83. Are you serious? Can't be jumping all over the place, fumbling the ball and stuff. Like, bro, this ain't no, bro, I would say this ain't no clown show, but to you, it probably is. Because you're getting paid $30 million to be like, well, screw it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need this job. It's like, man, like, this is a business at the end of the day. And you're playing like you're freaking, I don't even know what you're, like, bro, I guarantee you George Washington could come out of his grave and still catch a touchdown on this pathetic secondary. Like, we're talking about Olave not being the number 1 receiver, and that's a good point. Kool-Aid's not number 1 corner. And look, I understand he had 2 interceptions last week. I understand. He's not number 1 corner. He's not. Is he a good corner? Yes, but he's not number 1 corner.
lot of that, man. A lot of that, and that's why I'm just wondering, like Mike and Chad. I gotta ask this question: like, did the New Orleans Saints already know like what we didn't know? Like they knew that this team wasn't gonna be nothing, so they was okay with it because you're not about to tell me watching Kool-Aid McKinstry play, even though they was talking about like what he was doing at training camp. Now, come on, man. Come on. He's going up against the wide receivers at training camp.
Yeah.
So of course he gonna look like he locked down, shut down. You know what I'm saying? like, man, come on, man. Like none of these dudes they not getting separation against third, fourth string cornerbacks. So of course this man about to look like Darrelle Reeves against them. Like that's what I'm saying, man. Like these, like no disrespect to these reporters, like man, Kool-Aid McKinstry, like he poised to have a good season. I would too, if I was going up against dudes that can't get no yak, can't get off the line, 170 pounds soaking wet. Like, of course I look like Darrelle Reeves too.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying, man. Like, man, respect to them boys, like on the ground, man. They just give us what they see. But my goodness, dude, like,
exactly.
These dudes ain't hitting on nothing, man. That's like me saying I went, you know what I'm saying? I scored 21 straight points against my 6-year-old son. Like, I don't get no stripes for that. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bigger and stronger than my son. So, like, come on, man. What are we doing here, man? But look, I agree with you on the Kool-Aid. Definitely agree with you on that Chris Olave, man. But Mike, let me ask you this, bro. You look. What do you think about when it comes to the trade deadline? You think about trading somebody?
Look, the Saints, they're 1-5. You're not even going to finish top 3 in your own division. So at this point, see what's out there. Like, I'm not saying you got to go full. Like, I guess tank. I mean, I guess you would go tank mode, but I'm not saying you have to go like full blow it all up mode. Like, I'm not saying trade everybody at the deadline.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, I'm not saying just absolutely like just harness your team and just play for the draft picks. Like,
right.
But at least attempt. Like, if I hear some rumors about Mickey Loomis shopping some guys, okay, I'll be like, okay, Mickey, finally, at least you're showing that you're actually interested. Because, like, Granderson, you brought up, it's like, I don't think, like, necessarily you'll get a lot of value for Granderson, but, I mean, you could try to see what's out there. Like, Olave, maybe, Kamara, apparently that's not happening, but to be fair, the Saints lie does all the time. So, I don't know what's true or what's not anymore.
Everybody poised to have a good season until the season started. Blake Gruber was poised to have a great season, all-pro season.
Man,
like, he went 4-4 today, man, but can't hit the back of a barn door most days. Kool-Aid was supposed to be Sauce Gardner 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this man ain't even dipping sauce. You feel me? Like, man, like it's bad, man. I know that matter of fact, he is dipping sauce. Call him dipping sauce Gardner, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what homie is. But I'm just serious, man. Like, bro, that's why I tell everybody, Mike. Like, just judge for yourself. Like I said, I look as a journalist, like writing for Coastal Carolina, being able to I basically give people what I see. They're not really supposed to have like opinions and views. I mean, that's why they got like their podcast. But when they're writing, it's like I can understand why they're doing it. But I'm telling everybody to draw their own conclusions, especially like when it comes to this team, man, because we hear this way too much, man, way too much about how somebody poised to have a good season. Let me see. Brandon Coleman was supposed to have a poised for a good season. Emmanuel Butler. Let me see. Adrian Arrington.
This season, Brandon Cooks was supposed to be the best number 2 receiver in the NFL.
Exactly, bro. It's like we hear this every single year. You know what I'm saying? Mason Tipton was supposed to be the best kept secret in training camp and supposed to be having a good season.
Man, like, one catch all season.
Right, man. Like I had to put an APB out on. I think he was running back kick. So I'm like, man.
Yeah.
That's why I say, man, just draw your own conclusion. Just draw your own conclusion, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. But hey, Mike, I got a few more calls to get to, man. But I appreciate the call. And call back anytime, man. It's always great to talk to you.
Yeah, bro, same. Shout out, congratulations for what, 13K, something like that?
Yeah, close to it, man. Close to it. I appreciate it, man. Hey, man, I've been checking out your streams too, man. I seen the one that you did with Hoodie, man, when y'all was just talking about life stuff, man. I really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed watching that, man. Y'all keep up that good work, man, because that was really good stuff there.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Mike, man. And shouts out to my boy Hoodie, man. Yeah, man. They be I be checking out the live streams, man. They just be talking about life and faith and stuff like that, man. We need that type of energy out there. All right, we're about to get to Paulie, but I do want to read just a few. I'll read like 2 or 3 chats here. It says, why do we get cornerbacks that don't turn their heads around for the ball and coverage? Yeah, man. I mean, like Alontae Taylor today. I want to say Drake made through 2 back-to-back like passes behind the defenders. If Alontae Taylor turned his head around, ball right there. Ball right there, man. Ball right there. I tried warning y'all. I'm letting y'all know now. If your comments have profanity, you will be timed out for the rest of the stream. Respect the host or leave. Yeah, man. Like we all can expound, you know, and don't have to use profanity up in this joint, man. We all are, well educated, articulate individual. We can formulate opinions without having to use, profanity to do so. Yeah. My moderators like that. Like I understand what this is a family show for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like we are stronger in our opinions, but also, man, we want to make sure that everybody, is, being treated fairly and everybody expounding fairly. Because, man, I got my 9-10-year-old niece and 14-year-old nephew watching this show, man. So we don't want to go too crazy with it. I get it after the Saints lost, but at this point, like, I think we all kind of know where the team is at this point. But we're gonna go to Ralph. Ralph, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, TJ?
Man, nothing much, man. What you got for us, man?
Man, our defense, man, is just, I don't know what's going on with it. I think we need to get rid of Brandon Staley because we ain't got no good corners,
Right.
Johnson, tight end, he ain't no good. He dropping balls. And I think AK should be I think AK should go somewhere and strive,
Yeah.
And I would love to see him succeed, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's what I'm on. Like, man, I just want to see them. Like, it may not matter to him, but I don't know, man. It's just like when you see like great players like just get wasted in teams that they're just not gonna do anything. Like it just hurts you, man. Like I feel like it's the same thing with Chris McCaffrey. Like when Chris McCaffrey was with the Panthers, everybody just thought this man was boy. This man get traded to the 49ers. This man became offensive player of the year. Had them boys playing in the Super Bowl. Like, man, I don't want to see Alvin like that. I mean, Alvin, he a respectful dude, and he want to give his all to the franchise because they bet on him. But at the same time, man, you got to look at the future too. Like Alvin Kamara can give you some type of like return on investment. And that can be the next Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Like that can be the next Alvin that can come in, do what Alvin was doing. You know what I'm saying? A younger version of. So man, they just gotta look at football like it's a business, man. Instead of just looking like, why are you asking Alvin Kamara what he feel about it? It's not like you trying to trade him to the Jets or something. Like you trade him to the Chargers. Like Chargers a good football team, man. They're gonna be in the playoffs. And you got Justin Herbert out there.
And Kellen Moore, I feel like he don't trust Spencer Rattler, and I think he should trust Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler is a good quarterback. He just need the right pieces around him.
Right.
And I don't think we should draft for a quarterback next year. I think we should just keep working with Spencer Rattler.
I agree, man. Because look, if you put a big body receiver up in this joint, guys that can get yards after the catch, some playmakers, guys with some elusivity, you know what I'm saying? Make somebody miss. Like, man, I think his stat line would improve. Like, I look at the Buffalo Bills a lot. And, and a lot of these teams that be playing on primetime Sunday night football. You throw the ball to a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, Jared Goff can throw the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs 4 yards. Like he can be a 4-yard catch. He can turn into a 44-yard game, dude. You need guys like that. You need guys like that, man. Everybody expects you to thread the needle. Like, you got to be able to thread the needle too. But at the same time, man, these cornerbacks and safeties and linebackers get paid a lot of money to keep up with these wide receivers and tight ends, man. So you not gonna break away from them. It's not college football. It's not like Ohio State playing against Appalachian State. Yeah, that wide receiver gonna have 20 yards of separation. But in NFL, everybody like 5 yards is like separation. You gotta make somebody miss, man.
Yeah. And I think Kellen Moore need to trust Spencer Rattler. I think he don't trust Spencer Rattler. And Bradley Staley, I don't know what's going on with him. Because it's like when we started the game off, he let them go all the way up the field, like the other team go all the way up the field. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, they say for the last 3 weeks, teams have scored on their first 2 possessions. So last week they scored 14 points. I want to say week before that against Seattle, they scored 14 points on their first 2 drives. Now today they did the same thing for 3 weeks, dude. Teams were able to go up and down the field. So not only did they like every team starts off with their first 15 plays, right? First 15 plays designed to basically match up with what you actually did probably last week and a couple weeks before. They schemed for that. They basically running their first 15 and then they still getting into their bag and they still getting 2 straight touchdowns on you every single week, man. That's embarrassing, man.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
That's embarrassing, bro.
And I think we should draft for some good players next season. I think we need to let these players that's not working on our team go anyway.
Yeah. No, I think that where you're going to be drafting, like right now, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they have like the number 3 or the number 2 pick. Let me take a look at it. Hold on, give me a second. All right, so as of right now, the New Orleans Saints have the 5th pick in the draft, right? Because you got the Jets who got the 1st pick, then you got the Browns, the Ravens, Dolphins, and then the Saints. So the Saints got a top 5 pick as of right now, and I'm pretty sure that's probably going to change up over the next couple of weeks. So you probably going to be looking at top 3, at worst top 5, right? So and you can get yourself a franchise altering player like in this draft, and then on top of that, in the 2nd round, it's still going to be a high 2nd round pick. So you're going to get yourself a top 40, like you're going to get yourself a two top 40 players. And if you do some trading, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like 3rd round pick might be a little early. You got 2 3rd round picks if you trade a player like Olave, you know, like somebody that can give you some type of value. Like they need to build this team, man, and bring in some play makers, dude. Like not somebody that just fits a scheme. I'm talking about a play maker, like somebody that's gonna come through and make an immediate impact. Whether it's double-digit sacks, whether it's 1,000 yards rushing, whether it's 1,000 yards receiving, like that's what you need.
And I think we need to get rid of Johnson too. He ain't no good player.
They should never sign him in the first place. But once again, bro, man, a family business. Jawan, he's such a good guy, man. You know, like, man, look at his TikTok. He's always with his family. Like, man, bro, what is he doing on a football field that's going to generate results for your team? Like, too much of the buddy stuff, man. Like, for real, like, this is what's killing these football teams, man, especially the Saints. Like, you cannot look at a team like it's a family business. You got to look at it like it is a business. That's the reason why Philadelphia always in playoff contention. That's why you see like some of these top players, like, you know what I'm saying, playing on these teams. Like, that's why you see like teams like Baltimore, they down right now. But throughout the years, they draft players, bro. You know what I'm saying? They develop players. Yeah. And NFL players ain't giving them what they want. Guess what? They go out here and they sign another free agent that can fill that void. To put alongside Kyle Fuller, you know what I'm saying, like Fuller, or put toward, you know what I'm saying, like Marlon Humphreys. That's what you're supposed to do. Instead of just sticking around trying to make guys work that never work, that will never be what you want them to be.
So TJ, what do you think about Brandon Staley? You think they're gonna get rid of him?
No, I don't. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him because the same way they looking at Kellen Moore, the same way they're looking at Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley cannot reach his full potential as a defensive coordinator because he don't have the right pieces. Kellen Moore can't coach to his fullest because they don't have the right pieces. So, yeah, he'll be back next year. He'll be back next year. And if the same thing happened next year, if you fix this defense and restructure it with like a full year, going into your 2nd year with 2 off seasons, and your defense still looking like trash, yeah, it's time to go. And
I think they need to let Mickey Loomis need to step down for real because the picks. I mean, I feel like Mickey Loomis is not it. I mean, he's going back. He's still going back to the past. Where we had that Super Bowl, in New Orleans, And I think it's a change.
Delusional, bro.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, he's delusional. Like,
and Miss Benson need to change it.
Man, Mickey Loomis is being exposed. Mickey Loomis, I often say this, Ralph. I say Mickey Loomis is the guy who walked into the corner store, bought a quick pick, and won $100 million. That's what he was. Like, he ended up getting Drew Brees and Sean Payton. But you know what I'm saying? And you got a tyrant for a head coach, and you got a guy with a huge chip on his shoulder at quarterback. And collectively together, they were able to give the Saints the most success they ever had. Mickey Loomis, basically, people, I can't give him credit for that. Well, in some cases I can, but at the same time, you were lucky for them to kind of fall to you. Drew Brees was going to go to Miami. If Miami doctor didn't fail that physical for him, he would have been in Miami. If the Green Bay Packers didn't pick Mike McCarthy over Sean Payton would have been in Green Bay. So it was like the stars aligned for you. And now we're seeing, and I often say this, the emperor has no clothes, bro. Like, he cannot be able to replicate this. And instead of him acknowledging that and understanding that, he making himself look worse. People talk about Russell Wilson. They say these last couple of years, he done played himself out of the Hall of Fame. Mickey Loomis has played himself out of his reputation among Saints fans. If he would have stepped down and just became the vice president and hired somebody like Kai Harley, who already there, or hire somebody else as a general manager, then I guarantee you, people will look at Mickey Loomis the same way they look at Drew Brees and Sean Payton. He would be a part of that big three. But everybody just see, man, he ain't it. And he's making himself look worse and worse among Saints fans. And it's sad to see, man. Sad to see.
So how do you think the season will go now? You think we're gonna win a couple more games, or?
Yeah, they'll win a couple more games, man. They not terrible, but they just not good enough to win games consistently. They just gonna come when they come. They might be week 9, they might win a game. Probably won't win another game by week 14. That's just the type of team they are right now. So I just don't want people to get their hopes up, man. Oh man, what we seen from the Giants, this is the start of something. It's not, man. This is a team that is extremely flawed. And until they actually get a couple off season under their belt to correct it, it's gonna be the same old song and dance, man. So that's why I tell people, after these shows, after you watch your favorite podcast, your favorite radio show, man, go watch some football, go chill with your family. Don't think nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing is really honestly going to change until change can actually come to New Orleans, and that's going to take some time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I love your show, man. I mean, I like to get up here.
I appreciate it.
I like to get up here. All right. Well, thank you for having me on the show, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Call back anytime, man. It was good to chop it up with you, man. Appreciate it.
Be blessed.
All right, you too, man. Be blessed as well. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Ralph, man. Hey, but seriously, man, chill with your family. Right, man? Shoot, man. Look, after this show all said and done, I'm outside on my patio. I see my wife up there, she made some dinner. I'm about to go up in there and give me something to eat. I'm about to grab me a plate. That's what I'm about to do, man. I ain't about to think twice about this game after that. I ain't about to think that was after that, man. I promise you. Because you'll run yourself ragged. You'll get yourself all upset, all worked up, man. And it ain't even worth it at this point, man. You just gotta take the good with the good, the bad with the bad at this point. But Jerry, how you doing, man? We got Jerry right here. How you doing?
Yo, what's up? What's going on, TJ?
Man, nothing much, man. Look, I just got back in town, Jerry, seeing my JSU Tigers pull it out, man, through the fire. They tried to take it from my boys, man. Hey.
Yes, sir. How about them JSU Tigers, brother?
Hey, yes, sir. Hey,
so did you have fun up there, TJ?
Oh, man. So, man, for those that don't know, it was homecoming week at Jackson State. Of course, you know, Jerry, but it was homecoming week at Jackson State. So stopped there, man, went on campus, had a really good time. And the best part about it, Jerry, wasn't just the game itself, but the fact that I actually had Paxton at the game. Paxton went to his first HBCU game. So
Mhm.
being able to see a game like that and also
Yeah.
like to have my son in there, man, that was the best part. But I had a good time, man. But we
That's
back
great
at it,
to
man.
hear.
Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
had to watch this today. What you got?
Yeah. We saw this debacle. It's ridiculous, TJ. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
I'll be honest with you, TJ. I mean,
Hey, I can hear you, Jerry. I might just turn my light on this patio here. Okay, the floor is yours. All right, let me just turn this patio light on.
all right.
Yeah, what you got?
Look. Who That Nation today was one of them days that we just did not enjoy. I'm talking about everything. Everything was just god awful. Offense, defense, and special teams. And oh my God, on these referees. Oh my! Don't get me started with these referees,
Oh
bruh.
my goodness, bro.
Oh my God, they are, dude. I'll be 100% with you, TJ. These referees are just god awful themselves. I'm telling you, bruh. I mean, just when you thought everything was gonna go according to plan, like last week,
Mm-hmm.
fella, it was terrible today. It was straight up hot garbage.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. The day was hot, straight up garbage.
Mm.
That's all I can say about that, TJ.
Man, Jerry, it was pathetic, man. It was pathetic.
It was
Watching Drake May just slice this team up like Swiss cheese. You know, I mean, I got a
fella.
lot of respect for Drake May. I think that he's a talented guy. I don't think what we saw today was just, an outlier. I think that he's on a come up. But this man had a perfect passer rating at halftime. He had a perfect passer rating at halftime. No, like couldn't get to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, like when they get to him, he just slipped right through him. Like it was just bad, man. And then he throws the ball down the field. Like I said, man, I've been watching Keyshawn Butte. Like I've been watching him play since LSU. I've watched him throughout his entire
Y'all
time.
remember him when he was playing at LSU?
Right. And I mean, as an NFL receiver, decent at best. You know what I'm saying? Like this the type of game where your cousin call you up, man. I see you balling, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of game he had. Because it probably ain't happening all the time. Like Butte is not gonna have a game like this next week. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like Douglas. Like man, Douglas averages one catch about 20 yards a game, right? If he's lucky.
Yeah.
This man out here eating. You know what I'm saying? Like this man, not only is he eating, but he got leftovers and passing them out too. Like it was bad. It was bad, man. It was bad.
Bro.
They got to do something, man. Like for real.
They have to, bro. They really have to, TJ, because I've been look. I know everybody else called in, but y'all gotta stop putting the blame on Spencer Rattler. Y'all really gotta stop that stuff right there, bro. Because I've been hearing it talking about, oh, Spencer Rattler ain't this, oh, Spencer Rattler ain't that. They need to bench him and put Tyler Sugg up in there. Dude, shut up.
For what, man?
Just shut up. What you gonna put Sugg in there for to replace Rattler? Come on now.
Man,
look, like shout out to Hurricane Mike that called in earlier. He said Spencer Rattler tried to do everything as a QB1 to try to win this game. That's what he's doing out there. As a QB1, he's doing all he can. The dude passes. The dude runs with his legs. The dude try to find ways to try to win a game. And y'all gonna sit up in here blaming him. Y'all stop it now. Come on, stop. Be real with yourselves.
Man,
come on now.
I think it's like they talk about me being a troll. I think they trolling at this point because there's no way in the world.
Yeah, they're the biggest trolls right now.
Honestly, objectively, watch this football game and come away from it. Like I say, like people just human tape recorders, man. Like they hear, okay, man, Spencer Rattler not the answer. Spencer Rattler not the answer. And then if the Saints lose, oh man, Spencer Rattler ain't the answer. Like what in this game that you see today tells you, okay, the Saints lost this football game and it was all because of Spencer Rattler. Like there was nothing. There was nothing about this game that validates that argument. It's just a bunch of people that just repeating and regurgitating what they say, and also just looking at this New Orleans Saints quarterback situation through Drew Brees lenses. What would Drew Brees do in this situation? Drew Brees is gone, folks. It was a great moment in time.
And he is not coming back either.
Like he about to go in the Hall of Fame. Like get your Canton tickets ready for the Hall of Fame game.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this man has been gone. This be 5 seasons when he gets his gold jacket. Like it was a great moment in time, but he ain't coming back. And the way that he plays the quarterback position probably won't be replicated for a long time. People are talking about, man, he left a standard behind, a great standard, a standard that most quarterbacks that in 100 years of the NFL will not be able to replicate. I didn't just say New Orleans Saints, Jerry. I said NFL in 100 years. About all of the quarterbacks that came through here. The great quarterbacks. And some of them can't replicate what this man did. So I'm just like, you gotta understand. I'm not saying look at the Saints like, oh man, we gotta settle for less, but you gotta understand where they are as a team right now. And you also have to understand the tiers of quarterbacks and how you can win with those tiers. Like if we talk about Jake Browning or something like that, that's throwing more picks than Razor Ramon, more turnovers than a McKenzie's Bakery. Then we having a conversation here. Okay. Then we can talk about, man, this dude ain't it. But here's a guy that's keeping your head of the chains, keeping the ball out of harm's way, putting the ball into the hands of the number one guy. At least that's what he's supposed to be. And we still sitting up here complaining about it, acting like this man, he's the sole reason why the Saints aren't successful. It's laughable at this point. And that's why I say, man, like, and people like that, man, they just don't know football, man. They just they just run with narratives, and other sports analysts tell them how to think and feel.
They don't. No, they don't think about that, TJ. And I'm glad you brought up that point, because everybody talking about that Chris Olave is a true wide receiver one, but guess what? To me, he's not. He is not wide receiver one. I'm here to tell you that. And for those that think he is, he's not.
No. I mean, he's not. I mean, that's not. Look, nobody said that he was terrible. Nobody said that he wasn't good enough. All I'm saying is, like, if I am the Saints, I'm looking for a number one receiver in 2026. That's what I'm looking for. Rather it's on somebody else's team, or rather I'm getting it through the draft. But I'm telling you right now, the way that the Saints are structured, the way Spencer Rattler plays the quarterback position, you have got to get playmakers. You have got to get guys that can get yards after the catch. You have got to get players that have elusivity. You got to be able to have guys that can create things, make things happen. Like a Brandon Marshall type wide receiver. Like Brandon Marshall, he catches the ball, he becomes a running back. Like DK Metcalf, he catches the ball, man, he's still forming something. That is what you need. That is what you need right now.
Exactly.
And if you don't have that, like how you expect for this man to thrive? Nobody getting separation. Go back and watch the game. I encourage you to check out all 22 most weeks. Even if they catch the ball, look how close that defender is on them. As soon as they catch the ball, they're going down on the ground. Who getting the yards after the catch, bro? That's all I want to know, Jerry. Who getting them yards? Who getting
exactly, TJ. Exactly.
Who getting it? Who getting the 50-50 ball?
Oh, yes. And one other thing, TJ, before I get out of here. Can we please put Juwan Johnson on the bench and let somebody else play tight end?
Man, please. Like,
dude, when I saw the little clip, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna play that clip, because if I look at Juwan Johnson, I'm gonna be more than pissed. I didn't even want to look at it.
Man, look, I understand that the dude been hurt.
I thought the dude was down, but like always, fumble the football.
Man, I know the dude hurt and he out there playing, but at the same time, if he is hurt, how about getting some of these other young players? How about getting Jack Stool a chance? Man,
that was Batavio, tight end from UCLA. Put him in there.
Right. Sure.
Get these young players up in there, like, man. That's all we want.
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? What about that tight end? You know, like somebody give me his name, man. The one that was making plays in preseason. Well, yeah, I know he on the team,
Wait a minute. I think his last name was what? Welch. I
Yeah,
think
that's
his
it.
name was
Yeah, Tyler
Welch.
Welsh. Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler
Welch.
Welsh.
Yeah,
Where he at?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this man was out here catching
I
contested
don't
cases.
know,
Like,
fella.
man, for real, man. Like, let these,
Come on
like,
now.
man, see what you got, man. You ain't
Yeah,
going
man.
nowhere. Like, seriously, like, man. Like, you know the funniest thing. You know the funniest thing I hear. Look, I don't know who said this, but please stop. When they say, well, when you start bringing in young players, it makes the locker room feel like they don't have a chance. You out here with these starters and you still
Come
don't have
on
a chance.
here, man.
Please stop saying it. Please stop saying it. Oh man,
Please do.
you might
Please
really
do.
lose the locker room. You lose the locker room trying. You losing the locker room trying. You trying as hard as you can and you still losing the locker room. Please stop
Lord.
saying it. That man,
I'm sorry, TJ, but I had to laugh on that, bro.
that makes no sense. Like I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. I didn't heard it on several occasions. Please stop saying it. Please stop.
Please do.
Well,
Please do.
if you start bringing in young players and it looks like a rebuild, you might lose the locker room, bro. As hard as y'all can, putting together the best depth chart possible, and y'all still get
Yes,
15
Lord.
y'all every single week. So it don't seem to matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter how you come to that conclusion. Rather guys being out there collectively, or they going out there with some backups and guys with some potential. It don't matter. Locker room gonna be lost regardless because you ain't winning no football game.
Exactly, TJ.
Plain and simple. But Jerry, I appreciate the call, man. Like
No
always,
problem,
always a
TJ.
pleasure to chop it up.
Hey,
once again, man,
hey, TJ. One last thing, and I promise I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who that? Everybody in the chat, the entire Who That Nation. I want you to get a good prime example when I'm about to tell you. Thank God that we are 1-5 and not 0-6 like the New York Jets.
Yeah, man, that's pretty bad right there.
Because I would rather be 1-5 than continue to be winless.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
all I got.
one and done. Yeah, Aaron Glenn one and done, man. They gonna get him up out of there.
Yeah, you never know. Glenn, who knows? Glenn might get fired the next day. I don't know.
Yeah,
and if we're coming back from London, they're gonna have a pink slip ready for him. We don't know.
Yeah, I think he done, man. And the way I've seen him practice, he looking desperate at practice, man. He looking desperate at practice. So I think he on borrowed time, man. But Jerry, exactly. I appreciate it, man. Call back anytime.
We'll do it, TJ. You have a blessed week. And shout out once again to the Jackson State Tigers, aka the Sonic Boom of the South, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
all right, be blessed, TJ. All right, be blessed, TJ.
All right, you too, man. All right, yeah. Man, shouts out to them Jackson State Tigers, man. Winning that thrilling game against their Alabama State Hornets. All right, them boys, the Hornets came to play. I ain't gonna lie, man. They came to play. But at the end of the day, JSU still the undisputed kings of the swag. Notice I ain't say Southern. I said Jackson State. Notice I ain't say Grambling. I said Jackson State. Notice I ain't say Alcorn. I said Jackson State. Notice I ain't say Alabama State, Alabama A&M, FAMU, Bethune-Cookman. I said Jackson State University, the Jackson State University. Going back to Atlanta, I'm pretty sure. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. If you're a JSU alum watching this right now, get them tickets ready. All right. Last bit of the show we're going to dedicate to the chat. I know I neglected the chat quite a bit. I just wanted some people to call in, hear what they had to say about that, excuse me, that embarrassment of a football game. And Mickey lucked up with on Drew because no one else wanted him due to his injury. Yeah. I mean, he was going to go to Miami. But the team doctor, said like, nah, we good on that. Major shoulder surgery. I mean, the rest is history. They decided to go with Dante Culpepper and get their roll on. And he rolled right out the door in about 2 years. To me, he's a 3 because I need two number ones, and he ain't a number one. Right. I'm thinking about getting wide receivers like first round and second round around this thing. Shoot, try to build. Shoot, try to get a wide receiver. Shoot, like be looking like Tab. Tab be getting wide receivers every year when they don't even need one. But look at them now. Look at them now, man. Winning the game right now. What the score is 27-19, 4 quarter left, 7 minutes, 57 seconds left on the clock. You can hate them dudes all you want to, but what they building over there, you know, the Saints had opportunity to try to catch up with them. Now they slowly separating themselves from the rest of the South because everybody wanted to kind of play around and act as if everything was close and we got time. I'll take Glenn as the defensive coordinator too. Aaron Glenn? No, sir. Why? So the cornerbacks really can't turn their head around? Man, I don't want no Aaron Glenn as no defensive coordinator. Like, look at seriously. Look at the Detroit Lions defense with Calvin Shepard right now, and look how they look with Aaron Glenn. They were not a good defense. They were very much like the 2016, 2017 Saints out there. That's what they was like. Like, hope and I prayed that Jared Goff in offense was the last who got the ball last. That is what they were. Like Aaron Glenn to me as defensive coordinator, overrated. Overrated as defensive coordinator. Overrated. Calvin Shepard got them boys hunting out there. They look like a much better defense with Calvin Shepard as their defensive coordinator. Like Aaron Glenn, like he's more like a rah-rah guy. Maybe at Penn State, Penn State just got rid of Franklin. So maybe like Aaron Glenn can coach. You know, maybe he can go to Southern. Maybe Aaron Glenn can go to Southern University with that type of energy. I think that the type of energy that Aaron Glenn has, like, don't get me wrong, Aaron Glenn probably can be a good coach, but the energy that he comes with is not NFL type energy when it comes to a coach. Like he's like a rah-rah type coach. Like if he goes on the college ranks, I think that would probably, I think that his mind frame and the way that he coaches would probably translate to those kids. That I really believe that. I just think that being an NFL head coach, you got to be able to. You can be a little fiery, but he just a little, too fiery. He college football fiery. Yeah, so yeah, that Penn State fires James Franklin, top candidate transfer and recruit. So yeah, they fired James Franklin. James Franklin is out the door. You lose 3 straight games, lose to UCLA, Drew Aller out for the season. Yeah, man, they tossed him up out of there. I thought May played great, but we made it easy for him. Like Drake May is good, but they made him look like he elite good. And he already won that game versus Buffalo. So now people really gonna be overreacting about Drake May. Oh, he did it with Buffalo. Then he did it with the Saints. Oh, no, I don't think he that good, man. It's more about what the Saints aren't than what Drake May is at this point. It's like you said, TJ, we don't have enough dogs on our team. Juwan Johnson fumbles the ball, and then he laughs with the Patriot players. That's because he getting paid, man. Paid, made in the shade, bro. We sit up here and get upset, but these dudes go home, getting their G-Wagons. They true G-Wagons, not the one that were fabricated that I had. They getting their G-Wagon, go home, pull up to their, palatial estate. They don't think about what we thinking about, right, man, for real. I mean, some of them, they probably, probably let it linger a little bit, but man, these dudes don't be sitting around this thing, and that's the problem, man. I mean, but why would you care? Like, you got job security. I mean, shoot, your house got home security, and Mickey Loomis give you your job security. It's okay you drop that ball, man. We're going to get them next time, champ. We going to get them next time, champ. That's all right, man. When people with their head down, shoot, you the one that's shaking his finger and lifting their heads up. What you need? What you need? 10 million, 12 million next year? I know you dropped about 10 passes this year. What you need? 12, 13? Who the highest paid tight end in the league? We can put you in between that ballpark. Why wouldn't I want to play? Why wouldn't I want to play? Why, like, for real? Like, I know I'm gonna drop a pass, fumble football, and I know I'm about to get a 3-year, 4-year extension because I gave Mickey Loomis an ugly sweater on Christmas. Like, shoot, what I'm worried about? What I'm worried about? Shoot, I'm straight. Shoot, so what? I ain't turned my head around in coverage. So what? I got beat. So what? My Pro Football Focus look like? Shoot, looking like it's in the 30s. Who cares? Right? I mean, as long as I shake hands and give Mickey Loomis great eye contact, I'm gonna be here for a long time, folks. As long as I give him a firm handshake, I'm gonna be here for a long time. Don't matter. Don't matter, folks. Shoot. Great players. Man, that's for the Buffaloes and the Baltimores of the world. Accountability. Shoot. Shoot. That's for the Chiefs of the world. Shoot. Accountability. What is that? What is that? Holding 3 holding penalties? I'm back out there again. Do I get benched? No, man. Nah. Who they gonna put in? Who they gonna put in? That guy who played in the XFL for 2 years? I'm straight. Why am I sitting up here complaining, folks? I'm paid. I'm gonna be all right. Shoot, dudes don't care, man. If I'm Melvin, why wouldn't I want to leave? 3.1 yards average, knowing I'm like, no disrespect, but 3.1 yard average, I can have a bad game. Be hitting a brick wall every single week on his offensive line. I know, so I ain't going nowhere. This is the NFL, not Madden. Y'all talk about 1 or 2 receivers. Tell me the number 1 on New England. And TJ, we know you got a G-Wagon. I seen your Twitter, Playboy. I do not have a G-Wagon. my page was hacked. My page was hacked. I don't know if you got the story, but my page was hacked. All right. Sure. And shouts out once again to Jono, because I was at the football game when I found out. And luckily, the person didn't do too much significant damage. The only thing they tried to do was like protect the tweets and block my secondary page, which is the state of NFL. Luckily, G-Wagon. And honestly, if I was to get a car or something like that was top notch, it wouldn't be no G-Wagon. I'm not even a G-Wagon guy. It definitely wasn't my car. Bucks will probably win the NFC, and Washington will beat them in the second round, most likely, but don't sleep on Tampa. I don't know, man. I already said, man, I feel like they're a deep run playoff team. I think they're a deep run playoff team, man. You seen Diggs got pulled out for his penalty, and it really was a bad call. It's just Vrabel will do that. Yeah. Stop giving your money to foreign people. What? I don't know. This team go 53-14. He got a G-Wagon, he capping. Okay. If you want to believe that, my friend, if you want to believe that, that wouldn't even be nothing I would lie about. If I had a G-Wagon, I would be saying that proudly. Like, look at my TJ, easy with the SU slander. We going through some things. Yeah, y'all boys, y'all going through more than some things, man. TJ, problem is people been riding on Aaron Glenn because he was Sean Payton coaching tree. Here's the thing, Dalton. Who on Sean Payton coaching tree found success as a head coach? Who on Sean Payton's coaching tree has found success as a head coach? Dan Campbell? Dan Campbell, like the only one, right? Who else? Who else found success on Sean Payton's coaching tree? Dan Campbell, that's it. Dan Campbell, like the only one. I'm trying to see it. Dennis Allen? Steve Spagnuolo came over after he was fired from the Rams. You know, like who? No, I mean, nobody else. Like, think about it. Who else has a head coaching opportunity? Sneaky Pete? No, sir. Rob Ryan? No, sir. I'm trying to see. Ryan Nielsen? Nope. Like, who on the Saints coaching staff that has aligned themselves with Sean Payton has found success? Like who like outside of Dan Campbell, who has found success? Nobody. All right, we're gonna take a few more and then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. TJ, this team is undisciplined. It's gonna be a long season, but not good enough every game. I swear we always have 19 points. We can get to the red zone only to become the NOLA field goal unit. You're not winning games in the NFL just kicking field goals. Hey, Greg Williams. Greg Williams is not a part of Sean Payton's coaching tree. Sean Payton paid like $250,000 out of his own pocket to bring in Greg Williams. Greg Williams was a coach before Sean Payton. Like he was coaching the Buffalo Bills before Sean Payton was even a head coach. So I wouldn't say that he's a part of his coaching tree. I said none because Dan Campbell hasn't won anything. Yes, they won the NFC North. Hasn't been a Super Bowl and won it yet. But Dalton, they won a lot of football games. And I'm just saying, like there's only one team that can go to Super Bowl every single year. And let's not forget who your second favorite team is, the Buffalo freaking Bills. And they win a lot of football games every single year. But would you say Sean McDermott is not a good head coach because they ain't go to Super Bowl? I wouldn't. I would take look. Buffalo can mess around and fire Sean McDermott all they want to. I would take Sean McDermott right now if I needed a coach. So there's only one team that can win a Super Bowl. There's only one team that is going to have ultimate happiness at the end of the year when it's all said and done. Out of 32 teams, 31 other teams going to be disappointed. Only one team going to be as happy as all the others. So Dan Campbell, I started winning though 3 years, TJ, before Dan Campbell was horrible. Yeah, 1 year he was horrible during the rebuild. Then they started getting that draft up. They've been winning ever since. But I want to say thank you all for checking out this edition of the State of the Saints podcast. Really do appreciate it. 641 people watching this across platforms. I ask that you hit the like button. If you enjoyed the content, if I made you laugh, if I made you mad, so what? Go cry in the corner. If you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button. If you didn't, still hit the subscribe button because you know your boy. You know you love your boy. All right, y'all can disagree all you want, but you know you love your boy. That's the reason why y'all keep coming back because y'all know that y'all going to be entertained. Rather it's the chat, rather it's going to be the phone calls. And speaking of which, thank you for all the people that chimed in through the chat lines. Won't be doing a Sunday night football edition tonight. Like I said, man, I've been traveling all day. As soon as I touched down at my home, I grabbed my laptop and I came out and had to do these two podcasts. All right. So, you know, I won't be doing that, but we will be back on Monday night. We will be back on Monday night for the Atlanta Falcons and Buffalo Bills game. Make sure that y'all tune in for that on the State of the NFL. All right. And also want to mention Trey donated $9.99. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love that you're showing the show. I appreciate that. And also all the people out there that commented in the chat. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate that. And make sure that y'all follow me on X at TJAYJones8. I'm just thankful I got my Twitter page back before, you know, the person did any significant damage to it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you all for supporting me on Bleacher Report. Shouts out to everybody that supports on the NFC South Roundtable. Should be interested this week. You know, Carolina got the win. Look like Tampa Bay gonna get the win. Is Atlanta gonna get the win on tomorrow? That would be I would consider that an upset if they're able to knock off the Buffalo Bills. So, you know, make sure that y'all come on by. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna chop it up and have a good time. Till next time, all I gotta say is, who that?
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I gotta say is, who that?